Hi, you're on a rock, floating in space. Have you ever wondered how you got here? Well, about 4.5 billion years ago, the Earth was a big ball of flaming rocks constantly bombarded by even more rocks from the space.
Fun fact, those rocks probably had some water inside them, which has now turned into steam. Breaking news, the Earth is now cooling down. Oh yeah, did I mention that? Whoops, everything's flooded. But hey, at least there's some cool stuff at the bottom, like the hydrothermal vents, which are piping hot, and are filled with a bunch of chemicals that can make some very interesting stuff.
Wait a minute, what the heck is going on here? Biology is the study of life, but actually it's just chemistry in disguise.
You and I are just a big ball of molecules that can make funny sounds.
But what even is life? Scientists don't really seem to agree, but obviously, a cat is different than a rock. The cat can produce energy by metabolizing food, it can grow and develop, reproduce and respond to environment, whereas the rock does not. Also, unlike rocks, every living thing on Earth is made up of cells, of which there are two main categories, eukaryotes and prokaryotes. Eukaryotes have fancy organelles which are surrounded by membrane, like the nucleus, inside of which is the DNA. Prokaryotes have none of these organelles and the DNA is just kinda chilling in there, like really floating around.
But guess what? Not all cells are same. Some are like cozy studio apartments and other like fancy mansions with tons of rooms and gadgets. Today we're going to take a fun tour inside these tiny worlds, meeting all the cool cell organelles, from power-packed mitochondria to cleaning up crew lysosomes and even the party planning plastids. So buckle up and get ready to explore the amazing city inside you, your cells. Welcome. Today we're going to explore one of the coolest things in biology, the structure of cells. But instead of memorizing boring organelles, let's step into a factory. Yes, imagine the cell as a miniature factory buzzing with workers and machines. Every factory needs a boundary wall that protects everything inside. In a cell, that's the cell membrane, keeping order about what comes in and what goes out. If it's a plant cell, there's an extra strong cell wall, like a thick gate giving shape and support. Inside, let's talk about the nucleus first. The boss office. It carries all the blueprint, the DNA with instructions to run the factory. The nucleolus inside it acts as a HR department, making ribosomes the workers. Now let's walk through the assembly lines. The endoplasmic reticulum or ER is the big network of conveyor belts. The rough ER dotted with ribosomes is the chef kitchen, cooking up proteins. The smooth ER is the oil factory, making lipids and detoxifying chemicals. Once products are made, they need packaging. That's the Golgi apparatus, the shipping and packaging center, putting labels and transport tags on proteins so that they're sent to the right place. To power this factory, we need electricity. Enter the mitochondria, the power plant of the cell, generating energy in the form of ATP, or as the nerds call it, adenosine triphosphate. And in plant cells, these are chloroplasts, the green solar panels capturing sunlight to make energy food. But every factory also needs a cleaning crew. The lysosomes are the trash collector, breaking down waste, damaged machineries, and intruders. They're like recycling plant inside a factory. But where do we store the finished goods and raw materials? That's the vacuole. In plant cells, huge central vacuoles store water, nutrients, and waste. In animal, smaller vacuoles handle storage on a smaller scale. So every tiny part of cell works as a dedicated department of a factory. Together they keep the cell alive, functional and efficient. Biology is basically saying life runs on teamwork even at microscopic level. And that's how your body is like, a giant city of microscopic factories all working non-stop 24/7 to keep you alive.
And that's the scope on cells. So simple yet so full of drama. Next time you feel complicated, just remember even your cells are packed with organelles having their own wild party. Stay awesome, stay multicellular, and don't forget to celebrate biology. Thank you.